What's going on, guys? Josh and Michael here from Mix and Mango,
Hello.
and today we're going to talk a little bit about bossing.
And bosses.
Bosses, yes.
In
so
general.
we're going to do a bit about kind of current bosses, a bit about future bosses, and a small bit on the EOC and bossing, how it's going to be like in that. So we'll start off with sort of current bosses and the future ones. So obviously we've got most bosses in the game now are kind of high level bosses.
Yeah, well, obviously, at the moment, pretty much, if you're below 100 combat, you can't really boss, can you? Well, there's the amazing Giant Mole and
Giant Mole.
King Black Dragon, and that's pretty much all you can do. But then most of it is high level, you know, when you're 110, well no, when you're like 120, 130 combat, you can go Zamorak and Bandos and things like that.
Yeah, that is it, really. And then obviously next is super high level.
Yeah.
Right there. So I think they are trying to release some lower content in terms of bossing, because they did release that like goblin stuff recently.
Wasn't that goblin like level 3 though?
Yeah, it was like it was like a level 3, so anyone could kill him. But I mean, that's sort of an introduction to bossing really for lower players, so
Yeah, but like,
that is quite cool.
one was if you're combat level 80 or 90, or like even 70 or something, you don't have any bosses to go to, and that's what I think Jagex needs to kind of introduce, you know, or I think they are going to introduce it, kind of lower level bosses, which anyone can go to.
Yeah, because that is the thing, like, you've got to be quite a high level currently. I mean, yeah, they might, because there are 2 new bosses planned, which, or also the Cowfight King is planned, which could be lower levels. We're not really sure yet, because I think the Cowfight Queen is a fairly easy boss, so
Yeah.
the Cowfight King could be following that same track, really.
And hopefully with the Cowfight Queen, obviously it's going to bring new items, hopefully.
Yeah, it will, which that's nice to see, but the thing is, like, with God Wars at the moment, it's not really high level content anymore that much. So, I mean, obviously not next, just before God Wars bosses.
Well, no, so getting 70 agility is pretty high content.
Well,
like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that is, but in terms of, like, max players now can just take out Bandos in, like, 30 seconds, which sort of isn't fair, because it's like a medium to high level boss, but the high level players just, like, completely destroy it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The sort of medium players, not a lot of chance to do it, really. So, I think they kind of need to make the rewards not really worthwhile for high level players, but it would be better for medium levels. I'm not sure how they would.
that's like quite hard, but like, I know what you mean, because obviously people, you know, when you get like a Bandos chest plate or Tassets before the EOC crash, like, it's such good money that high level players like level 138s and stuff, they all go there. So that means that all the worlds are just so crowded, and it's just like, you know, just a bit packed in general, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Although I think the EOC has kind of balanced this out, I would say, because
Tough.
well, okay, we're not going to get into it too much, but Bandos is crashing, so it's sort of less worthwhile for high level players.
But it will go up.
Yeah, it will go up, but the thing is, Barrows is sort of the same thing, just it's degradable. But yeah, it will go up, but it's just like high level players with new bosses, they will have more content to go to.
Yeah.
I think like these God Wars bosses will be a lot less. Well, like, there's no really point for high level players, so that could be quite.
Hopefully that
quite
will
interesting to see.
be good.
Yeah, because obviously, like, we're not maxed yet. We're not getting close, but
Well, no, not close at all, really. But
well, in terms of melee, we're getting fairly close.
true.
But, like, yeah, there's not really much we can do, because we can go to Bandos, but we get like 2 kills a trip.
Which
we
isn't
haven't
that
gone
good.
recently, so it might have changed.
Well, yeah, because now I've got 70 prayer and you've got all 90 stats and I've got 96 strength, so it's getting...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're definitely getting up there now.
And
levels.
I think it would be good, obviously I'm not really that bothered about it, but it would be good to see some really good new bosses, because they are releasing some new bosses. So
Yeah.
I just hope they're not just for lower levels, obviously. It would be nice for lower levels, but I hope they're for our kind of levels as well.
Yeah, because if they can release another boss like Nex, because that is pretty much the top boss
Yeah.
at the moment. And the fact that the items have kept their value for like 2 years now.
Well, I don't know. Corp's pretty high level, like 400 mil for the Divine Sigil, or whatever it is.
Sigil's true. But I mean, Nex is harder with all these phases and
True.
praise and all of that. So I mean, if they can release bosses at the same level as Nex, that'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah. But I hope is what they don't do is they don't bring out like another boss like the Queen Black Dragon, because it's an extremely high level boss with loads of life points, and obviously you have to be a high level to defeat it. But then the rewards are just, you know, terrible. The highest reward is what, 20 mil for a D kite, and that's very rare, so
yeah,
it's really quite difficult.
True. I mean, the fact that it is dragon means they couldn't really do much with it.
Yeah, true.
But like with these new bosses, if they can just release like a new version of Torva,
like a new armor, like
yeah.
If they bring out like a cow fight, which is not like as good as Torva, but it's close to it, and it's like in between like Barrows and Torva level, and that would just be amazing.
It would then have to be like a level 2000 boss that is extremely difficult, really.
But it would drag more of the high level players away from things like Bandos and stuff in the beta, and make them like do that. So I don't know. I think bossing is gonna look up for our kind of level in the future.
Yeah, because the beta is actually bringing some interesting mechanics to bossing. Well, because bossing isn't affected too much. Because the thing is, now they can do bosses where maybe like they can use abilities and they're using prayers, and that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, are they actually going to bring that in on release date, or is that just something to happen in the near future?
Yeah, it's the future.
Oh, okay.
They're not actually bringing bosses on Tuesday,
but I'm not sure, because like a Bandos, when you're at Bandos, you can't really spare invent items in your bag on like mage gear or something, or range gear. But then if he protects against melee, what are you going to do? If he's using like prayers and stuff.
I mean, I think currently at Nex, you have to bring 2 combat styles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So I mean, obviously, you will have to just make up the new invents for the new bosses. But I think it definitely would be cool to see sort of like them actually doing abilities as well. And it would be nice if they update old bosses as well. So maybe like God Lord bosses can use prayers as well. Maybe Nex uses abilities and things like that.
Yeah, I think the best boss to update would probably be something like Giant Mole.
The Giant Mole, of course. I mean, that's just such high level content. Like hundreds of players trying to go there.
Mate, don't diss the Giant Mole. He would have you any day.
I mean, I'm not sure that's on the top of their priority list. But
why not? I'm gonna tweet Mod Mark and say, get the Giant Mole in.
Yeah, you go complain to him.
Yeah, I will.
And see what he does. And yeah, I think next year will be a very good year for bossing.
Hopefully.
We'll see what they can do, and by the end of this year, we could possibly have max combat. So
I'm looking for max combat by the end of the summer. So
I mean, there's a lot of high content open to us then. It'll be nice to play all of that.
Yeah, extremely nice.
Actually, wait, no, it is next year, isn't it? It will be max combat because it's almost the end of this year.
No, the end of the summer I was talking about.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, so end of next year.
Oh, right, yeah, the end of next year. Dude, the end of this year is like a month away.
Get Max Combat in a month. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, with 70 range and like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I think next year will be really interesting to see. So, that's really all.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it though.
Not the EOC. Not looking forward to that.
Yeah, but bossing.
Yeah. But bossing in the EOC, just not looking forward to that either. So, you know. Anything with EOC after it's just not looking forward to it.
Of course.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you all later.
Yep, thanks guys.